Ciao football lovers of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. De Laurentiis, president of Napoli, went totally crazy. He totally lost it. Unacceptable. Champions League is back with 4 games, the last 4 of the second leg of round of 16. Arsenal, Porto, Barcelona, Napoli today. Tomorrow, 2 other games, Atletico Madrid, Inter, Borussia Dortmund against PSV. 4 games where nothing is written yet. The destiny is not written yet if you are looking back at the results of the first leg of these games. It can't be a boring night. And it will not be a boring night because we know that there is a lot of tension. The teams are nervous. The clubs are nervous. They all want to go through to the next round. Only 4 of them will be able. The other 4... house, they will all go back, eliminated from the competition. It is over, and you can really feel the tension in the air. There is one game in particular, Barcelona Napoli, where the atmosphere is not only nervous, there is not only a bit of tension, the atmosphere is toxic, it is explosive, because there is much more at stake than just going to the quarterfinal. Both clubs, they are thinking about money, they are thinking about the qualification to World Cup for clubs in 2025. They know how important it is to go through. Well, yesterday, Aurelio De Laurentiis, president of Napoli, he totally lost it. He went totally crazy. His player was speaking to Sky Sport Italia in front of microphones, in front of cameras. It was live. He went crazy. He went taking away his player because according to him, he was not allowed to speak to Sky Sport Italia. For what reason? Big question mark. Not only that. If it was only that... no, he went totally crazy. Reaction. He went to the cameraman and he pushed it. What a bad example. What a crazy behavior from the champions of Italy. Crazy, especially if we know that a few days ago, Italian football didn't show the best exemplarity. Do you remember? The coach of Lecce, D'Aversa, headbutting, even worse, headbutting Thomas Henry, player of Verona. The coach has been sacked. What will happen to De Laurentiis? Better for him and his team to go through. Otherwise, I'm extremely curious of the post-game today of Barcelona-Napoli. Maximum of like if you didn't yet. Please continue to subscribe because now we start. And before speaking about the details of the games of Champions League, we'll come back on what happened yesterday in Premier League because the world was waiting. They were curious to know if Chelsea, yes or no, would have been able to go out of that difficult month. A month without victory, even a loss in a final of a cup. Well, Chelsea is back, or at least they won 3-2 against Newcastle in what was yesterday a beautiful game with Newcastle that, as usual this season, they tried with their heart, but they were lacking quality. They were lacking a lot of quality. Unfortunately for them, well, 3-2 was the end result, not for them, but for Chelsea, with a man that decided the game. An assist and a goal. We are speaking about Cole Palmer, and rightly so. He's on the first page, just ice cold Cole, with a beautiful celebration, an assist I told you in the beginning of the game, and then a beautiful goal. He's not only dreaming about bringing back Chelsea to the top, which will take some years because Pochettino said it. We are extremely young. Patience is needed, but he's also dreaming individually to be called up for Euro 2024, and the result that he's showing, well, looks like he should be awarded with a call up. Why? Because if you're looking at the players under 21 that are involved in most goals and assists this season, at the moment, he's there on top together with Jude Bellingham. 19 times more than Florian Wirtz, than Savio, than Xavier Simons, than Jamal Musiala. Crazy performance yesterday, but also this season. And he said it, I wanted to leave Manchester City for a reason, because I wanted to play week in, week out. This is the reason I came to Chelsea. I wanted to showcase my ability week in, week out, as I said. Thankfully, it is paying off. And yes, it is paying off. Not only for him, also for Mudryk, finally, that is having a beautiful last 3 weeks with an assist against Wolverhampton, a goal against Leeds, and yesterday another one, the momentarily 3-1 against Newcastle. In the month of March, that usually, especially if we are speaking about history, is smiling to Chelsea, at least when they are playing at home. 32 wins, 6 draws, 0 defeats, a record that is lasting since 23 years. When in March, Chelsea is playing at home, you know that you will not win in Stamford Bridge anyway. Speaking about City, well, yesterday Stones, he reminded Arsenal and he reminded Liverpool that the badge here in golden, well, there is a reason why, because they are the winners of last edition of Premier League and they want to defend the title. I'm not sure if Arsenal, if Arteta will care that much, because they are focused on the game of today against Porto. Guns on guard. Yesterday Odegaard, he spoke in front of the microphone and he said, we are ready now. We are ready. Because that game against Brentford and them and their little games of losing time, well, they prepared a bit for that game of Porto. Because Porto, winning 1-0 in the first leg, they will do exactly the same. Bit of dirt talk. He told you, the atmosphere is nervous. Not only Barcelona Napoli, but also Arsenal Porto. Arsenal that wants to write history. Because it's since 2010, 14 years ago, that they didn't go through the round of 16, that they didn't reach the quarterfinal. They were losing 1-0 in the first leg. We all remember that fantastic goal in the last minutes. Will they be able to overtake it? Well, the bets are going towards them. They are still favorite, but pay attention, Porto didn't say their last word. Corrida aos míos. Estamos aquí sem medo. We are here without fear, were the words of the coach of Porto. We are here to score. So it will not be parking the bus and waiting. They want to go, they want to score, they want to qualify to the next stage. Who will be able to do it? Well, we'll try to do it, or Porto will try to do it with Evanilson on top. Galleno, Conceição and Pepe will be in his back. For Arsenal, beautiful team lined up, or should be lined up, by Arteta with Trossard, Havertz and Saka. If we know the moment, the magic moment of Havertz in the last few weeks, well, they can do something. If I could bet, well, I think that Arsenal could go through this evening. I told you about Barcelona Napoli with De Laurentiis that totally lost it yesterday. Even the coach is feeling the pressure. He's feeling really the pressure of that game. Should be the game of the year. It should be the game of the year. And they are trying everything to make sure that they have all the possibility to win that game. They even asked to the second winner of Sanremo, Italian Song Festival, to be there with them in the bus, in the plane. For what reason? I have no idea. Maybe lucky charm? Let's see this evening. Xavi, well, he's giving trust to the babies, Kubarsi and Yamal. It's already 4 years for them that they didn't reach that quarterfinal, and they want to do it. Because both of the teams, let's not lie, they have one obsession. Going through, having points to qualify for that FIFA World Cup for clubs that could guarantee you at least 50 million euro. And us is conscious about it. Victoria o desastre, victory or disaster. Vital, it is vital, it is crucial that win Mundo Deportivo. Marca los cuartos o la ruina. Quarterfinals or you collapse, because they know that Barcelona this year not being able to compete for La Liga as they did last season. Not only that, they are also in financial trouble, and these millions coming into the bank of the Blaugrana could help them a lot to plan also the future. A future that today not only the players will have to show it on the field, but Xavi is asking to all the supporters, not from Camp Nou because they are playing in another stadium, to be there, to support the team. Todos a una. All for one. All for one. What are the lineups? A 4-3-3 for Barcelona, a 4-3-3 as well for Napoli, with their best men, the best possible lineup. Barcelona, they will have to do it without Gavi, without Balde, without Marcos Alonso, without Ferran Torres, without De Jong, without Pedri, but they believe that they can do something. According to me, even if the result was 1-1, according to me, even if they are playing away, Napoli have better chances than Barcelona to qualify this evening. Big question, but it's not only Napoli that wants to win today. It's also the entire country of Italy, because Italy is counting on the 16 that are still in the run of European competition to win, to have a fifth spot for the next Champions League. And that's why Gazzetta dello Sport is saying, L'Europa siamo noi. We are Europe, with Kvaratskhelia on the left side, with Thuram on the right side, with that Champions League Cup. in the middle. Yesterday was another game in Serie A. Lazio, disaster moment also for a team of Maurizio Sarri that lost their 4th straight game in all competition against who? Against Udinese that was fighting to avoid relegation. Yesterday they lost 2-1. Maurizio Sarri's future is seriously at risk. We'll probably finish this season, but the relationship between him and Lotito is not fantastic for the ex-coach of Chelsea that is complaining that the transfer market has been done, yes, but not with the players that he was asking. And we know how Lotito likes to do things and not asking collaboration with his coaches. I don't see a beautiful future for the team of Maurizio Sarri, or at least not a beautiful future for Maurizio Sarri on the bench of Lazio. There is another bench that is at risk for next season. It's the bench of Juventus with Massimiliano Allegri that we know with. It's a big debate within the Juventini. A lot of them want Max Allegri to leave as soon as possible. Pazienza finita. It's over with the patience from the supporters with Max Allegri that is risking not to be there next season. And that's also the big question in Ligue with l'Olympique de Marseille, with Gasset, the 4th coach of this season that is doing something incredible. Beautiful result, one after the other. And now l'Olympique de Marseille is also dreaming to continue with the coach that was the only one that was able to overturn the situation. But Gasset has a contract for 100 days. At the end of the season, he should leave. And at the moment, he's not convinced to stay any longer. Speaking about France, well, there is another one that is dreaming. Thierry Henry. He's dreaming about that Olympic game that will be played in Paris. There will also be football. There are 3 players under 23 that can be called up, and he's dreaming to call up Griezmann, Giroud, and Kylian Mbappé. That would be a fantastic trio to play the Olympic Games. If you're interested in Olympic Games, let me know here in the comments. If you want to start with some prediction about Barcelona Napoli, Arsenal, Porto, let me also know in the comments. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for liking the video, for subscribing. My name is Giuseppe, and together we covered football.